Hi, my name is Palav, and I would like to thank you for giving me opportunity to work on this amazing, challenging and interesting task. I really enjoyed my time working on it, and I'm gonna show you in how I did the task in this video. So let's get started. So first thing, I'm gonna show you the form which I made. Excuse me. So it's called trail, and there we go. I explored various elements here, and I tried various element properties to make a good form. As we see here, the element type is text, and I have attribute set as required, and then I have used text area and zip code here. So if I choose element type zip code, it automatically masks it here. And for SSN, again I used required and element type SSN, and then it automatically masked it. For current location, I saw that it it takes the current location by taking the current latitude and longitude, so that's cool. That's very good option here. And then I made pick list here, and I created my own option list which is called how did you hear about us. I'm gonna show you later on. And then I made this multi-select. It also uses the option list which I created, and here is a toggle which is required. So let's see the option list now. These are the inbuilt option list, and this is the option list I made. How did you hear about us and what did you like about us? So I'm gonna see this one. So it has four values: passion, compassion, dedication and hard work. So this option list is used for multi-select, so user can select any number of the options here. So now let's see the company info. So this is the profile ID here, this is the client key, and this is the client secret which we're gonna use in the API I made. And let's see the users. So there are two users. The thing is, we have username here but we don't have user ID here, so I'm gonna get the user ID using one of the files here, list underscore user. We just have to change the token value, and we will see, sorry, API apps, and then when we run this file, it gonna give us the username and user ID, basically all the information of the users. So let me save it, and then I have WAMP server in my computer. So there we go, we have the user ID and username here, that goes for the second one, so we have two users here. And I tried finding the user ID here in the menu options, but I did not find, so I had to use this file here. So next thing is, let's see the data in the form. This is the page ID here, and if I click on the page ID, I get the records I have in the form. Some of the records have been assigned to a user, but some have not been. So now I'm gonna quickly create a new record using the autofill. So the current location, it does not work here. It should have an option saying locate me or something, but it works really good in the iPhone app I used. And we can work on it and create something called locate me so that we can directly have the latitude and longitude values. How did you hear about us? Job portals. And today's date, it's today. And then I chose two values, accept the conditions, and there we go. I saved the record. So we have a new record here which has not been assigned to any user yet. We're gonna assign it using the API in just few minutes. So next thing, we gonna see the code. I'm gonna give the code walkthrough. So I created the class called authenticate class. It has two main functions, the get access token function and the where's the second one? It's here, assign ID. One second, I need to drink some water. Assign ID function. So get token function gets the latest token, latest updated token. If the token does not exist, it creates one. And get assign ID uses this function to get the token value and assign ID to a assign records to a user ID or to a user. So let's see the get access token function. It has three parameters: token, IAT, and EXP. So IAT is the current time and expiration time here, EXP. So first thing I see is if the token is empty or expiration time is 0 or expiration time is less than or equal to time. That means that token is not valid anymore. So we create a new token. I set the IAT to the current time, and then I set the expiration time as the current time plus 600 seconds. So why did I choose 600 seconds? It's just random. I tried various values. I tried 3600 seconds, that is 1 hour. It did not work for me. Sorry, that is what, like, it did not work for me. And then I tried 7,200 seconds, still did not work for me, and tried random numbers. 600 seems to work for me. It gives no error. Maybe there is some restrictions on it that I cannot set it more than some value. And then we're gonna define the JWT, JSON web token, which consists of three parts separated by a dot. First is header, the second one is payload, and the third one is signature, which is encoded signature here. So for header, it carries two things. The first one is the hashing algorithm, that is HS256, and the second one is the type of token, that is JWT. For payload, we are going to encode the header and payload later because we have to use it to get the signature. So for payload, it carries a bulk of information in it. Some of them is ISS, that is the issuer of token. This is the company key which issues the token, and then audience is the this URL which is gonna authenticate, and then we pass expiration time and IAT, and then we have this company secret in this variable secret. Then I encoded the header using base64 URL, and I encoded payload to, because I need to use them in the encoded signature. Signature is made of hash of header, payload, and the secret. So I have to use it for getting the signature. I have the encoded string, that is the encoded header dot encoded payload, and then I use the hashing algorithm here, uh, that is to get the signature, which is made by hash of header, payload, and the secret. Then I use the post parameters. I set them, initialize the curl, and then here I set options for curl transfer. There is one option for curl transfer I set right here, that is SSL verify peer false. So I had to use it because I was not able to establish connection without using this. It verified the peer certificate. It verified the certificate, so I had to set it false, so that does not verify the certificate and I can access the connection. And then we execute the curl session, and we passed here the handler return by the initialization, and it will return false or true depending on success or failure, and we close the curl session. And then we stored the result, we decoded the result in data and got the token from one of the properties of data here. We return the token, IAT, and expiration, and ended the function. So the next function, assign ID, it needs page ID, record ID, and token. So we're doing pretty much the same things here, initializing the curl session and then executing it and then closing the curl session. But we are going to assign this record to the user in this URL. And now let's go out of this function. So we are out of the class now, and I created an object of authenticate, and then using this object I got the token. The latest token is stored in this variable token, and I used that token value to assign the user the new record. So let's try running this. Let me see the newly created record I made. So the record ID is 33 here, so I'm gonna assign record 33 of this form to this user. So this user, and let's do it. So I run here zerion.php. As we can see right now, it's not assigned to any user. So everything looks good here. The record should have been assigned to that user. Let's refresh it. There we go. So this record has been assigned to the user --@gmail.com, and this completes my task. I'm gonna send these two files, the zerion.php and list underscore user.php, and I would like to say that I really like the uh, customer success center or the documentation of Zerion. It was really helpful for me. I used it, I tried to understand, and it was very easy to understand, and it's very good documentation. The app just needs some UI enhancements according to me, and I got a bit of help from Stack Overflow and some other online resources wherever I got stuck. That is just one or two places. That's it. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.